Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this particular question is subarray sum divisible by k. So this is a similar question as previous question. We need to find number of subarrays such that the subarray sum is divisible by a integer k. Look at the example here. We have nums and we have given the array and an integer k. So there are 7 subarrays such that the sum is divisible by k, which is 5. Let's understand the question, identify the pattern and solve it together. So in the question we are given an array nums and an integer k, and we need to find all the subarrays in this particular array such that the subarray sum is divisible by k. So the most naive solution that we can think of, it is to generate all subarrays and compute their sum and check if sum modulus with k is equals to 0. In that case, we will count it. So if this is a yes, we will do a count plus plus. So this is the naive solution that we can think of. Coding this solution is simple. What we will have is we will have a for loop. We need to find sum in this particular for loop for the subarray. So we are taking sum is equals to 0, and we will have an inner loop. We will add the element to the sum and we will check if the modulus is equal to 0. We will count, and at last we will return count. So this is the naive solution for this particular question. So we have two nested loops which is order n square, and we are not using extra spaces. So we need to optimize this particular approach because we are using two loops here. Submitting this will give TLE. So what we can do here? So we can see that we are calculating sum again and again. So we can avoid calculating overlapping sums by using prefix sum. So we will check if two prefix sum have the same remainder when divided by k. Then the subarray between them is divisible by k. So for prefix sum pattern, we will have a map, and in map we will store the remainder, the occurrence of remainders, and we will have a running sum. So the trick here is if two prefix sum have the same remainder when divided by k, the subarray between them is divisible by k. So why this happen? So suppose we have prefix of j and prefix of I. The subtraction of both will cancel the remainder and become a multiple of k. So this is the entire trick that we have. So what we will do is we will keep a running sum, take remainder which is equal to prefix sum modulus k, and store how many time each remainder appeared. If remainder appeared again, we found a valid subarray. So this is the entire trick. Let's do this now. So we will have a unordered map. This map will have frequency of remainders, and what we will do is we will do frequency of 0 is equals to 1. Why this? Because if prefix sum itself is divisible by k, the subarray starting from 0 should be counted. So that's why we are doing this. Now what we will do is we will have a prefix sum and a count, and now we will run a loop. And in this particular loop, we will add the element to the prefix sum. Now we will calculate the remainder. We have the remainder, and what we need to do, we need to normalize the remainder in this case. What we will do, if remainder is less than 0, in that case, we will do remainder plus k, because C++ can give negative modulo and we convert it into positive. And now if this is there, we have converted it to positive. Now we will count. What will count? The frequency of remainder. If this remainder appeared before, it means we found the subarray. So we add it to the frequency. Then we store this remainder for future matches. So for frequency, we have added the remainder to the frequency map. So this is the code that we have. At last we will return count. So the main thing here is the remainder handling that we are doing here. So this is taking order of n. So we are taking order of n time complexity, and space complexity is also order of n. Now let's code it on LeetCode. So I have coded this here. We are taking an unordered map for storing frequency of remainder. Initially we are keeping frequency of remainder 0 as 1. So this handles subarray starting from index 0. We have prefix sum 0 and count 0. Now we loop through the array and add the element to prefix sum. First we find the remainder and we normalize the remainder. This is a very important step. So when we normalize the remainder, we check if remainder is less than 0. If that is the case, we will add k to it. Now we count. So we do count plus. So what we are adding? We are adding frequency of that remainder which has occurred. And at last we are updating the frequency of remainder. And the answer lies in count. So we are returning the count here. So this is the solution. Let's run this. Let's submit this. So this is the solution. I hope this helps, and thank you for being here. Please like my video and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.